Imagine you suddenly lost everything you've worked for, years of dedication gone in a moment. What would your reaction be? Most people might feel devastated, maybe even angry at their situation. However, if you were Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, your response would likely be different. Instead of falling prey to anger or sadness, Zeno would have embraced the situation with calm acceptance. After all, Stoicism teaches us that while we can't always control what happens, we can control how we respond to it. This ancient philosophy, born in the colonnades of Athens around 300 BCE, still holds powerful lessons for modern life. From the teachings of great Roman Stoics like Seneca and Emperor Marcus Aurelius, we have inherited a framework for resilience, self-control, and virtue that can guide us through life's challenges. Let's explore 12 timeless lessons from Stoicism that can change the way we view and interact with the world around us. Middle section, core lessons. Embrace control and surrender. What you can't. The Stoics taught that the key to living a peaceful life is understanding the dichotomy of control. We can only control our thoughts, actions, and responses, but external events, like the weather, the opinions of others, or even the outcomes of our efforts, are beyond our grasp. Picture yourself uploading a YouTube video, pouring hours into crafting the perfect content. Once it's live, what happens? Your control ends the moment you hit the upload button. After that, it's in the hands of the algorithm and the viewers. Stoicism teaches us to be at peace with this, focusing only on what we can control, like the effort we put in, not the result. Virtue is the only true good. According to the Stoics, the highest good is living a life of virtue. Virtue comprises 4 key components: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. The Stoics believe that material wealth, fame, or even health are not inherently good or bad. Instead, it's how we use these things that defines their value. For example, one might achieve great wealth, but if it's gained through unjust means or hoarded selfishly, the Stoics would argue that it's worthless. True contentment comes not from external success, but from living in accordance with virtue. Achieve inner peace through apatheia. The concept of apatheia, a state of being free from destructive emotions, teaches us that serenity comes from mastering our emotional responses. Life will throw challenges our way, but Stoicism advises us to remain calm and maintain inner peace. Think of a situation where someone insults you. While most people would react with anger or offense, a Stoic would remain indifferent, recognizing that the insult is only harmful if they allow it to affect them emotionally. It's about training yourself to see beyond emotional triggers and remain unshaken. Expect the unexpected. One of the core Stoic practices is negative visualization. The idea that by regularly contemplating worst-case scenarios, we can lessen the emotional impact if they do happen. This practice doesn't mean pessimism, but rather preparing ourselves mentally for the inevitable ups and downs of life. Imagine a top athlete. Despite rigorous training, they understand that injuries can happen at any time. By accepting this as part of the process, they won't fall into despair if it happens, but will instead be mentally equipped to handle it. Cosmopolitanism. We are all connected. One of the most progressive ideas in Stoic philosophy is cosmopolitanism, the belief that all humans are part of a single universal community. The Stoics believed in equality and fraternity, transcending national, racial, or social boundaries. In today's world, where divisive rhetoric often reigns, the Stoic principle of seeing everyone as a fellow citizen of the world reminds us to act with compassion and justice toward all people, regardless of their background. Live simply. Stoicism champions a life of moderation and simplicity. The Stoic ideal is to live with what is necessary and to resist the temptation of excess. By practicing voluntary discomfort, sleeping on the floor, fasting, or taking cold showers. We remind ourselves that luxury isn't essential for happiness. Seneca, a wealthy Roman Stoic, would often deprive himself of his luxuries to train his mind to be content with less. This practice not only makes us more resilient in times of hardship, but also increases our appreciation for what we do have. Align your will with nature. The Stoics believed in the concept of logos, the rational order of the universe. Everything happens for a reason, and our role is to align our will with the natural order. This doesn't mean passively accepting everything that happens, but rather understanding that there's a reason behind every event, even if it's not immediately clear to us. For example, imagine you miss a crucial flight. While most people would be upset, a Stoic would remind themselves that this is simply how things were meant to unfold. Maybe missing the flight prevents a greater misfortune. Practice courage daily. Courage is one of the 4 Stoic virtues, and it's not just about facing physical danger. It's about having the strength to do the right thing, even when it's difficult or unpopular. Whether it's standing up for someone being treated unfairly or pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, practicing courage daily is essential for personal growth. Wisdom, the power of discernment. Wisdom allows us to distinguish between what is good, bad, and indifferent. It's about understanding the world around us and making decisions that align with virtue. The Stoics taught that every situation offers a choice. We can respond with wisdom or ignorance. Justice, doing right by others. Justice is the principle of treating others fairly and giving them what they are due. For the Stoics, justice wasn't just a social duty, but a moral obligation. Nelson Mandela, deeply influenced by the Stoic teachings of Marcus Aurelius, embodied this virtue by promoting reconciliation instead of revenge after apartheid. Temperance, balance in all things. Temperance, or self-discipline, is the practice of moderation in all things. It's about controlling our desires and impulses, whether that's resisting the urge to overindulge or maintaining composure in the face of provocation. As Marcus Aurelius said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Resilience. Turn trials into triumphs. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoicism is the ability to turn obstacles into opportunities. The Stoics believe that every challenge we face is an opportunity to practice virtue. This is the essence of resilience, using hardships as a chance to grow stronger. Conclusion. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control the world around us, we can control how we perceive and react to it. By focusing on what's within our power, our actions, our thoughts, and our virtues, we can lead a life of tranquility, purpose, and resilience. In a world filled with uncertainty, the wisdom of the Stoics remains as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Whether you're striving for success, facing personal challenges, or simply looking for inner peace, the lessons of Stoicism offer a timeless guide to living a fulfilled and meaningful life.